You go on YouTube and the most trending videos all start to look eerily similar. Similar profiles, mouth agape, scraggly beards and hairline recession. You see, this is the meme of the soy face. But we're going to take it seriously and find out if there's any truth to why these grown men pose like hyperactive toddlers. Wait, hang on, I think I just answered my own question. So first, let's classify the diagnosis of the soy face. The soy face is an internet meme that has existed since I was a young lad. Just went by a different name, but the main link is that someone, somewhere, made an incorrect distinction between soy product consumption and declining testosterone levels. While soy does have isoflavones that have an estrogenic effect, these effects in question are like shouting into the wind. Weak. Most meta-studies show that soy has no significant effect on bioavailable testosterone, which is what really matters, and meta-studies are studies of studies, so they're about the highest quality of research you can get on a topic. So we'll leave that topic there. Nonetheless, the theory goes that drinkers of soy products, such as Soylent, have lower testosterone levels and thus participate in more effeminate, childlike, or generally non-masculine behavior. The soy meme also has strong links to consumerism, but what I'm really trying to figure out is why do they all look the same? I mean, don't mean to get political, but why do they all look the same? I've yet to see a person of color pulling the soy face, and honestly, this is one place I probably wouldn't want representation in. So to answer this question, let's look at the silly mouth open expression that these men pull on YouTube for views. The closest comparison I can think of is male model Mario Adrian's channel, where he has in the past pulled some exaggerated expressions to express his point. The difference between him doing it and him doing it is night and day in how we perceive the two faces. This is the most fascinating piece of research for me. Testosterone, smiling, and facial appearances. Two studies report less smiling in high than in low testosterone individuals. We associate this goofy smile with low testosterone and low testosterone with soy because psychologically we do not see masculine looking men smile as much, and that's what the research is saying. Mario isn't the most masculine looking guy, but he's got a more of a pretty boy androgynous appearance, and he's certainly comfortable with his sexuality. However, he is far more masculine than this face just by virtue of being lean, young, and having a full head of hair. Three of the biggest physiological indicators of testosterone. Obviously, you all know that when you're young, you have higher testosterone than, say, an older gentleman, and you all likely also know that higher body fat levels have an estrogenic effect on your hormones, which in turn reduce your testosterone levels. As for hair loss, well, it's a bit trickier. Testosterone turns into dihydrotestosterone, which is what causes hair follicles to miniaturize, essentially creating male pattern balding. Saying a bald man has less testosterone is not physiologically true, but the reason for why we find balding unattractive is due to the young father hypothesis. Let's recap everything we know so far. If this man pulls a silly face for views and this man does it, we take this one as cute and playful and this one as infuriating and annoying. Is that correct? Because of their differences in attractive male characteristics, and B, because their expressions, while similar, are at different levels of over the top and exaggerated. The facial appearances of the two men give subtle indicators of testosterone and thus masculinity, strength, and power. Whether they are true or not is irrelevant. It could be that this guy actually has a higher blood testosterone reading than this guy, but how we see them in that split-second first impression, whether by social or biological conditioning, is everything. The same paper on testosterone and smiling also found that higher testosterone men smile less widely or with as much activation of the orbicularis muscles and the levitators, so there could be a very real link from hormones to facial emotions. It doesn't mean that higher testosterone men smile less, they just smile as less openly or as fully for whatever reason. Socially, we can interpret smiling as a vulnerable act. When you smile, you are indicating that your guard is down. The Russians have a proverb, smiling with no reason is a sign of stupidity, and I think this aptly sums up our feelings that we have towards these thumbnails. They're stupid. The video is going to be silly, it's going to be vapid, it's going to be shallow. The thumbnail is meant to attract people who enjoy silly, vapid, shallow, and these are mainly kids, but it's okay if you click on it as an adult as well, because everyone likes fun content every now and again. But the soy face is a deliberate marketing tool to indicate exactly what the video is going to be about. It's expressive. With respect, Michael from Vsauce does suit the look of many of these soy face enthusiasts. Balding, bearded, white middle-aged man. But since he's an educational creator and a man with self-respect, it would be impossible for us to imagine him pulling a face like this just to get views for a high production science video. It just doesn't match the content. If I search soy face thumbnail, the remaining results are all tutorials on how to make an effective thumbnail. I vaguely remember when I was starting off on YouTube, I think it was Graham Stephan who said this in one of his courses on video making, that to show your face in the thumbnail with a goofy expression is an easy way to get clicks. The last question I want to figure out is why the men pulling these faces are mainly white. I've rarely seen people of color do this. It could be cognitive bias that we've come to associate the Wojak soy meme with white, pasty looking men, or it could be more of a cultural aspect. After all, much like the Russian proverb, many non-Western cultures have strict emphasis on self-conduct and how society perceives you. It's really only in the West and mainly in America that the focus on self-freedom is so high that you can say, act, and do anything you want and not care about how society sees you. The soy face is degrading, quite simply put, and to me it's the lowest of the low in terms of clickbait choices. When you know your content is not good enough to sell on its own, but you also degrade the intelligence of the audience, needing goofy faces for them to click and for them to watch your content. You become the court jester doing a little dance for the king to get your ad revenue. If we explain this as a marketing tool, then it makes sense why the largest creators down to the newest and the smallest all use the same type of thumbnail, because it gets results.